Ever wondered why the price of your favorite snack has been slowly creeping up over the years? That's inflation at work. Inflation is a sustained increase in the general price level of goods and services in an economy over time. When inflation occurs, each unit of currency buys fewer goods and services. But what causes this inflation and what effects does it have on our economy? The causes of inflation are multifaceted. First, we have demand-pull inflation. This occurs when demand for goods and services exceeds their supply. As consumers compete for these limited resources, prices go up. Next, there's cost-push inflation. When the cost to produce goods such as wages or raw materials increase, businesses often pass on these costs to consumers in the form of higher prices. Finally, we have built-in inflation, also known as wage price inflation. This type of inflation occurs when workers demand higher wages to keep up with rising prices, causing businesses to further increase prices to maintain their profit margins. Now let's talk about the effects of inflation. Inflation erodes the purchasing power of money. As prices rise, the same amount of money can buy fewer goods and services. This can make it harder for people to afford the things they need or want. Inflation can also create uncertainty. When inflation levels are high and unpredictable, it can affect investment decisions and long-term planning for both businesses and households. Moreover, inflation can lead to a redistribution of income. It affects different people and groups unevenly. For instance, those on fixed incomes or with limited assets may find themselves disproportionately affected by inflation. So how can we control inflation? One way is through monetary policy. Central banks can use tools such as interest rates and open market operations to control inflation. By raising interest rates, central banks can reduce spending and curb inflationary pressures. Fiscal policy is another tool. Governments can use measures like taxation and public spending to manage inflation. Higher taxes or reduced government spending can help cool down an overheated economy. Finally, there are supply-side policies. By addressing the root causes of inflation, such as improving productivity, reducing production costs, and fostering competition, we can contribute to long-term inflation control. In conclusion, inflation is a complex economic phenomenon that requires careful management. Striking a balance between moderate inflation and price stability is key to fostering economic growth and avoiding the negative consequences of hyperinflation. By understanding the causes and effects of inflation and how to control it, policymakers, economists, and businesses can work together to promote a healthy economic environment for all.